Where were you born in Kungang?
Hannah, I was born in a place called Hong Kong. It was a British colony at the southern tip of China.
When did you come to Canada?
I came to Canada in 1952 when I was a young man. At that time, China had just gone through several years of civil war, and many of the system there, including education, was in considerable chaos. My father, that's your great-grandfather, felt that I should pursue an education abroad.
Why did you choose to come to Canada?
The majority of students who went abroad to study from Hong Kong probably chose the United States, which have larger schools and universities. Canada was also not very well known. However, I chose Canada because it was different.
How did you travel from Hong Kong to Canada?
You know, nowadays, you can get on a big jet plane and fly from Vancouver, Hong Kong in about 14 hours. So if you have a good long sleep, you can wake up. When you wake up, you're there. But in 1952, that's exactly 50 years ago, there were no jets then. Most people still travel by boat. And that's how I came to Canada from Hong Kong by boat. You know how long it took? It's auto, I left Hong Kong on the 1st of September of that year, and I didn't arrive at Winnipeg until the 30th of September. It took a whole month.
What was your first impression of Canada?
Coming from a small, crowded place like Hong Kong, I really marvel at the large space of this country. I was also tremendously impressed with the beauty of the trees, mountains, and forests. The beauty and majesty of the Canadian Rocky Mountains was just something out of this world, and certainly undescribable to me. It etched deeply, deeply into my mind and my consciousness for a long time. The vastness of the Canadian prairies, miles and miles after miles of empty space and wheat field, is something that I had never seen before. Canada is also a land of great contrast. I always remember the day, September 30th, 1952, when I arrived at Winnipeg. The temperature was 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 37.7 degrees Celsius. Yet when I woke up the next morning, it was snowing outside of the window, and the ground was completely blanketed with whiteness. For a person who had never seen snow before, this was difficult for me to believe that it could happen.